Scream 3, once again directed by Wes Craven, and stars Courtney Cox, um, Neil Campbell, and David Arquette once again. Um, Fun fact about this movie was it was supposed to come out in December 1999, but got delayed to February 2000 because of, I'm gonna assume they didn't film in time. So, for the movie, they didn't finish filming in time, like my guess. So, the movie gets stepped down from the first two. It does. It feels a little more safe, generic, and it even tones down the blood. So the studio actually said, hey, we don't want you, they originally said, hey, we don't want you using blood in this movie. And we're like, no, we need blood. So they just used a minimal amount of blood. And I think the reason about was because of the Colombian shooting a few months in April of 1999. um, so, and I think that kind of forced studios to be like, hey, we think, especially with this movie coming up, and it shows because this movie almost feels like a TV edited version of a Scream movie. I'm not saying, oh, they can't wait for it because they show the kills, they show blood, but it's like minimal, it's more like PG-13 blood than the hard-on Scream and Scream 2 type. And even Scream 4. Um, I wouldn't get spoilers for this review, but the twist in the movie turns out is the whole Ghostface killer was Sidney's brother. And while I thought that was a decent twist and kept in line with the whole Sidney plot and how Sidney related to her and for the final kill, I do think they could have done something a little more original. And um, instead of just being like, oh, let's have it be her brother, who we didn't even know existed, and it's turning his half brother because her mother had an affair with a bunch of people. Yeah, it felt kind of rehashed. Kind of like, okay, I've seen that movie before. What? It also felt kind of cookie cutter too. It didn't feel that unique. Just feel like, oh, the final Scream chapter, the final movie in the trilogy. It's a little predictable at times, which is something you don't really say about 1, 2, and even 4. 3, it does feel a little predictable. They also touch on some third movie basics in this movie while also sticking with cliche tropes you see in different Scream courses, the conclusion of it. Once again, the best part of the movie is the third act. I really do enjoy this one. I think it's super intense and suspenseful. It's kind of fun. We have Sidney locked in a room with the killer, got Kale and Dewey over here in another room trying to get to her, save her. And that was pretty suspenseful. I'm watching it now because I want to Scream 4 and Scream 5 now is coming out. I do feel that the way to look at it now is kind of like, okay, we know she survived. But back then, if I saw this movie back in 2000 and I was like, oh, okay, so, and we're watching it, I would actually think, oh shit, is she gonna die, Sydney gonna die? And I would probably think that. Um, yeah, this movie did disappoint me a little. I do enjoy this movie. It's better than most people say it is. I don't hate it. It just feels a little safe. Like they were playing it safe. They weren't going for risk, They were just playing it safe. And going to be a safe conclusion to the trilogy. And I'm glad they made Scream 4 because I actually really love Scream 4 and we will get to that when I watch when I review it. Yeah, the cast is so great. I love all three of them. Kelly Fitzgerald has a cameo. I must say I like this movie better than I did before. The before I was like, this movie's okay. So it's decent. Now I actually do enjoy the movie more for what it is, but compared to Scream and Scream 2, it's just a massive step down. Still like this though, I'm gonna give Scream 3 a 3.5 out of 5. I do not hate this movie at all. But it is a disappointing conclusion to the Scream trilogy. So yeah, that's my review on Scream 3. Hope you guys enjoyed. And I will see you guys later for Scream 4.